Hello again and welcome. This is Green Zambasa of Icon Marketing, and today we're going to be covering education-based marketing. So here's a quick definition of what it is. Education-based marketing is a sharing of knowledge with the purpose of building trust. It is a strategy that establishes credibility and trust with your customers by using educational messages. In the age that we live in right now, a lot of people are fighting for attention. This is what I mean. The average person encounters about 2,000 advertising or marketing messages per day. And one of the internet's foremost authorities, a gentleman called Rich Sheffrin, calls this the attention age. The companies which can get hold of the customer's attention will also get their money. So in essence, what I'm just saying here is that there's a lot of information that's out there, and on a day-to-day, the average person is encountering a lot of messages from different angles. So what you want to do is to position yourself in such a way that the information that you're putting out there not only grabs your attention but also holds it. So this is how we achieve this by using what we call education-based marketing. These are the benefits of education-based marketing. It establishes you as an expert on a particular subject matter in the eyes of a prospective customer. When you provide useful information that helps them meet a particular need or answers a particular question that they have. The second benefit of education-based marketing is that it helps make a prospective customer become aware of the need for them to have a particular product or service. Some of the people who actually need what you are offering and may not actually know that they need what you have until you make them aware of it. So that's the second benefit of education-based marketing. Now moving on to the third is that it builds trust between you and your prospective customer. You will essentially be forging a relationship through a series of contacts, and the trust barrier is lowered with each encounter. What I mean there is this, is that when you're cold calling, for example, and you meet someone or encounter someone for the first time, what's happening is that the barrier of trust is very high. There's a wall between you and them. So what you want to do is that you want to communicate with them and create that trust between you and them. And with each encounter, what is happening is that the barrier of trust is actually getting lower and lower and lower. So this is what you want to do with your education-based marketing campaign. The fourth benefit here is that it makes the buying decision easier. Unless you are selling simple everyday products and services that people are already used to, the customer will always have a number of questions for you before they actually make a decision to buy from you. So education-based marketing seeks to answer all of those questions, or at least all of them, and then enable the customer to make a wiser buying decision. Then the fifth benefit is that it lessens your workload. When combined with an automated system, which I'm going to be talking about in the next video, it sells for you and warms up your prospective customers. And having educated and answered most of the prospects' questions, you work less in trying to convince a prospective customer. Your job now is to close the sale. You only have to deal with clients who have a higher likelihood of actually making the purchase at the end of the process. So this process actually qualifies your clients by sifting out those who don't have a high interest level, otherwise known as tire kickers. Tire kickers are basically your time wasters, people who spend a lot of organization's time and resources, but eventually do not become customers. So instead of dealing with them on a person-to-person level, what you're doing is that you're sifting them out using this particular system. So this is the structure that an education-based campaign is based around. Education-based marketing borrows a leaf from what is known as direct marketing or direct sales. This is where the marketing effort is taken to the individual via one or a mix of different mediums. The common denominator in the direct marketing is the use of the sales letter, and the sales letter follows what you call the PAS format. So in the PAS format, the P there stands for problem. Here you describe the problem that your customer has. For example, they've got low sales, they have got poor marketing, they are fighting with lost weight or lost gain. So weight loss or weight gain, pardon me. Whatever the problem is that your product or service solves. So here we're talking about the problem, and you are really putting it out there in a manner that the customer understands. And then the next thing that you do is that you agitate them. Here you are rubbing salt into the wound, as it were. In the case of a weight loss product, for example, you're relating to the emotional, physical, and societal traumas that they face on a daily basis. You're relating to and identifying with them at an emotional level. Buying decisions are emotional, not logical, or predominantly emotional rather than logical. So we buy things based mostly on how they make us feel when we actually have them in our possession. And then the S in that particular format there stands for solve. At this stage, you solve the problem by providing a solution, which is your product. You have described the problem and have identified with the individual by agitating the problem and raising their emotional levels. The next thing that you need to do then is to solve their problem. So an education-based marketing campaign seeks to do this over a 2 or 3 day period or slightly longer. This is how we do it. Each message, or you design a series of messages, and then each message is delivered on a day-to-day basis. And this can be done automatically via email, or you can do it on a social media page by actually scheduling your posts so that they appear in series at appointed or designated times. So the reason it is done over such a period is so that you have a chance to create a relationship with a prospective customer or client, thereby lowering the trust barrier that I spoke about earlier and making a buying decision much easier for them. So in essence, what you're saying is, yeah, the more time you spend with your customer, the more exposure that they have to your product or your service, the more they understand it, and the more they begin to trust you as a service provider or your product supplier. So that's it for this particular lesson. I hope you benefited from it. And next up, we're going to be talking about email marketing. So just click on the link below this video, and you'll be taken to the content, the next video rather, which is going to talk about email-based marketing. Till next time, goodbye.